Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Racha, Quadash. The honors, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect of Israel. All right, this lesson it's gonna be brief. I'm going to get into basically putting off the old man. Okay, because when we come into this truth, we are essentially reborn. Reborn. We become a new person. Okay, a new being. All right, because we put off those old habits. You know, whether that was you sleeping with a bunch of women, or or if you're a woman sleeping with a bunch of men, or whether that was you smoking weed or getting wasted or doing other types of drugs, being in a gang or whatever. We put off those old. Those basically that old lifestyle, all right, the world as a whole, really, all right. So I'm going to start in John chapter 3. This is John chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahweh by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from Yahweh, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except Yahweh be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahweh. Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? All right, so he wasn't understanding what Yahushua was talking about. Okay, he was looking at it carnally. Verse 5, Yahushua answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit. Alright, so that's where I'm going to stop there. So, you have to put off these old habits. Okay, you have to understand that college ain't a priority, man. You have to understand that high school ain't a priority. You have to understand that your work isn't a priority, in your mind. Like when you wake up, that may be, after you pray, those may be the first things you do. But you need to understand in your mind that Yahweh and Yahushua and this truth, which all those go hand in hand, that these things are above and better, far beyond, far above, far superior to work, school, or whatever else. All right? You need to put off the world as a whole. You need to put off smoking weed. You need to put off getting wasted. You need to put off being in a gang. Right? You need to put off sleeping with all these different women. You need possibly even put off women completely, man. Just depending on your situation, you gotta put off your basically your wicked deeds. Okay, whatever that may be, you gotta put off eating pork and eating shrimp and eating crab and all of that. All right, whether you like the taste of it or not is irrelevant. It's unlawful. Don't eat it. Okay, and then when you come in, you're a newborn baby, which is why we're given a Hebrew name. It's, if you look at it like that, it's very heavy because you're reborn, so you're given a name, all right? And Nicodemus thought it was literal. We're not literally reborn like right now. I mean, we do get reborn because reincarnation, but that's gonna fly over people's heads. But I'm saying we don't. We're not like we weren't in the world, and then all of a sudden we just came back. Like right away, we just came right back out of our mother's womb, right when we came in the truth or whatever. No, that's not, when we come in, we understand we got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We understand we got to have faith. We understand that we got to study. We understand that we got to make this truth the priority in our mind and understand that this is the most important thing. Okay? We have to go out in the highways and byways. We have to do YouTube videos, You have to live yourself accordingly. You have to conduct yourself the way the scriptures tell you to do. Okay? Now let's go to Ephesians 4:21. If so be that ye have heard him, and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. Alright? It's as simple as that. We come into this truth, we're expected to act differently. Alright? I mean, you got to start, when you come in this truth, you got to start with the milk, and then eventually, after so long, you get to the meat, and, so on. You're building up, you're leveling up. Just like in video games, you level up. The enemies level up as well. They get harder as you go, but, you got enough power-ups and health and all that to fight them, man. But you just got to have faith in Yahweh and Yahushua that you can battle these demons and these fleshly lusts and everything else. All right? This is Colossians 3:5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things sake the wrath of Yahweh cometh on the children of disobedience, and the which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them. But now ye also put off all these. See, put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. So all this knowledge and stuff that you think you have, when you come into this truth, you have to start over, man. You have to start fresh. There's a scripture on that. I just gotta paraphrase it correctly. This is 1 Corinthians 3:18. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Alright, that's straightforward. Okay, college degrees and 4.0 GPA, and it's all vanity, man. Alright, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures is what is going to keep you stable in these times that we're coming into. Alright, college degrees and 4.0 GPAs and a job at an office it's not profitable to salvation. Okay, let me get Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So wisdom and knowledge is what is going to keep us stable when all hell breaks loose. Okay, and all hell will break loose, all right, in the near future. Now, we don't know exactly when, but we're measuring the time diligently, all right, as it says to do in 2nd Esdras 9th chapter. All right. Which, in fact, let me just get that. 2nd Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Alright, so that's plain. That is plain. Okay? We are in this world, but we are not of the world. Alright, we use it, but we do not abuse it. Alright. This is John 15, and I'll start at verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you. Alright, so we don't choose to come into this truth. We don't choose Yahweh Yahushai. We're chosen. Alright, many are called, but few are chosen. Let me get that. So there's many people that come into this truth and they fall out. Alright, or they come in and they don't have the right doctrine. This is Matthew 22 and 14. For many are called, but few are chosen. Alright, so many people are called to this truth, but few are of the elect, which that's heavy because I'm going to get this too. This is 2nd Esdras, T.R.O.Y, Yahweh Yahushai, 2nd Esdras 9 and 21. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster. So out of a whole cluster, he kept one grape, right? And a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish them, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Alright, which is going into the elect. It's all about the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Alright, the 144,000 men, 12,000 from each tribe, and the 1/3 men, women, and children. Alright, which none of us deserve salvation, but Yahweh is very merciful. Alright, and Yahushai gave up his life for us to be that ultimate sacrifice. So, T.R.O.Y, Yahweh Yahushai. Let's go back to John. John 15 and 16, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Alright, so that's straightforward. We're more hated than loved. Alright. Verse 19, if ye were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So when we come out of that world, we're putting off that old man and bringing on that new. Like that T.I. song, the old me's dead and gone. Alright, verse 20. Verse 19, if ye were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Verse 20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Might as well go on. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. Alright, now this is going into, I think it's Hebrews 12 and 26, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Which it's a precept too, but... 10 and 26. Alright, this is Hebrews 10 and 26. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, because Yahushua was that ultimate sacrifice. Now, that means if you know that eating pork is bad and committing adultery, but you do it anyways just because you feel like it, there's no more sacrifice for sin, man. You have no covering cast at that point, so to speak. You have no safety net. All right, you have no insurance plan, because when Yahushua died for the nation of Israel, specifically the elect, that put grace upon us. And T.R.O.Y, Yahweh Yahushai, for everything. And that grace is, for example, let's say I forget it's a Sabbath, I cook. That's where grace comes in. Oh, I forgot it was Sabbath, I made a mistake. Not, well, it's Sabbath, I'm going to cook anyways because I don't care, I'm under grace. That's not where grace comes in. All right, that's willful sin after you've received the knowledge. So there's no more sacrifice for sins after that. All right? Verse 20, well, let me read verse 22 again. If I had not come and spoken unto them, meaning, made it known unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sins. So now that they're aware of the truth, they understand the law, statutes, commandments, and etc., they have no excuse. All right? He that hateth me hateth my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not sinned. They had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hated me without a cause. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me. And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning. That's going into the elect. Okay? It has a much deeper meaning, which is going into the elect. The Yahweh creating Yahushai and Yahushai creating the elect. Now, the point is, you have to put off those old deeds, okay, and understand that you're a new man. You have responsibilities. That you have a reputation to live up to. All right, so you have to put off that nonsense. You have to put off the world, and you have to be reborn. All right. So with that said, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor, Dam Yad, which is always to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Waha, Racha, Kodash. The honors the apostles and the elders, a great millstone to roll well. Peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.